And welcome back to episode 209 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I am your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. Fuck my point man and co-host. I got my guy CT Ski with me. What's happening?
What's good?
Nah shit, nah shit. We
Good
back
week
with
of
another
sports,
one.
man. It's a good week with the boys, man.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. The Ravens may have lost, but Vegas has been winning all season.
Right.
I'm definitely this week was definitely one where I'm like, nah, they really got Vegas got hands in the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just a game anymore by no means. I don't think we're just playing to see who the best team wins. I do think they have certain refs that are favoring certain teams, whatever the case may be. It just seemed odd. And that's not a slight to your Pats either.
Nice. I thought y'all quarterback would come out and play better. He missed one, a touchdown.
Who you talking about, Hoyer or O'Connell?
Yeah, Hoyer.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a 3rd and goal. He missed Adams on one. Y'all kicker missed it. Y'all kicker came out the gate, missed one, the open drive.
Yeah, Hoyer
41-yarder.
0 for 2. 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He
one
was
off
17
Josh
for
Jacobs'
32.
hands.
Yeah, I saw that.
One was off Josh Jacobs' hands.
That one shouldn't have been.
I thought Josh would have a better year this year, man. I don't know what happened.
I think they doing him like that on purpose. I do. I think they doing him like that on purpose. I think it's a situation where they ain't giving him his looks like he got last year, so they can justify not having to pay him nothing.
That could be right.
I mean, that's the only logical explanation, because it's like you changed the entire strategy up.
Yeah.
Like you're not even giving him his same, like, he was good on them dives, them off tackle runs. Like, I don't see him doing much of those.
I think it was the number change.
I said he lost 20. I think it was from 28 to 8, and he lost 20 for real. I think it really lost 20.
That's what I was like, man. He was nasty with that. I don't even know. It was number 8 out there.
Yeah, he's nothing but a what's the word? He's nothing but an escape route now. That seems like how they using him this year. Like just run your little screen, and then just stand there in case Jimmy or Hoyer or whoever needs you.
He's been used a lot in the past game.
But even those is like little quick catch and run type joints. Like, if you gonna make him go out for routes, make him run a route then.
Yeah.
Like, don't just have him standing right past the line of scrimmage waiting for you in case you need bailed out. Like, run a route.
Safety blanket type thing.
Yeah, like I don't like that shit. But I don't know who's to blame for that. I know I still don't like Josh McDaniels.
Oh my, y'all let Deontay Foreman come and have a day.
He sure did. He had 16 carries, 89 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. He had a reception touchdown too. Yeah, that shit crazy.
It was a quarterback's first passing touchdown.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
I had him on my fantasy bench in the other league. I'm just sitting there. I still won, thank goodness, but I'm like,
How many points he put up?
Like 35. He probably had the most of the Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody had that type of day.
Nah, not out of everybody.
Who had more?
Patrick Mahomes did. Travis Kelce did. Travis Kelce gave me 37 by himself, and I think Patty Mahomes had 38 something.
Okay, them probably was the only 2 then. I don't really. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Kelsey been going crazy with Taylor Swift in the building.
Right, hasn't he? I don't know what that's about. That she got.
He's always been good, but Lord,
she got that magic box.
She up there in the box with her and Pat Mahomes' wife, like probably besties. Bracelet, cell phone, handshaking it. I'm like, oh yeah, they are lit.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but this motherfucker was on the borderline of being injured for the year and then came back and started putting up legendary numbers after he crawled out of Pandora's box. I'm just saying.
Man, he's loving it too. They popping out at parties.
And that's the crazy thing is it's almost like I feel like he talked to Patty and was like, hey, bro, like, you really got to look for me because these motherfuckers is questioning my work ethic. They think because I'm out with my girl that I'm not going to be nothing.
That's what they've been doing regardless, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's...
They gonna do that though. They gonna do that. But I mean, it's a logical question when you think about it because how could being with somebody that big not affect? And I'm not saying like affect your gameplay because clearly it's not affecting his gameplay. But I can definitely see it affecting like the overall of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't got enough time to study playbooks. You not gonna be as attentive when you in there because you out with her all the time.
Man, they got a good coach for that though.
You right.
You right. Let him just do him.
You right, but I also feel like
if he start messing up, he gonna be like, all right, now it's, you know what I'm saying.
I also feel like that could fall back on the youngins. Like, you know, like when you got somebody as big as Taylor Swift bringing in all the extra fan base into your games, now it's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. That might be why Skylar Moore didn't do too well this season and they brought McCole Hardeman back from the Jets.
They did bring him back.
Yes, they were probably like,
but they wasn't using him. They wasn't really using him no way. Like
the Jets.
Yeah, they used him all season. So why not bring him back? He probably was like, yeah, send me back over here.
You know? I ain't got AR and I'm not getting the love.
And it's going in week 8, week 7, so I'm fresh still. I might as well go over and get used.
Man, I wish Callie was
Super Bowl run.
I wish Callie was on the show because that is a very interesting question. Like how I know that McCole got hurt like first or second week of the season. He was out for like a game or two. But how the fuck did they allow Randall Cobb to take McCole Hardeman's 3 spot?
Man.
I couldn't see him being the 2 over Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard. But that 3 spot was supposed to be Hardeman's. And now they got old-ass Randall Cobb creaking up the field.
Especially coming off a Super Bowl run. He won a Super Bowl. So, yeah, that was definitely a spot. I don't know how they fumbled back on that.
And I can't say much because they've been doing better than I expected without, Rodgers. So, but that was just very weird to me. And then you just gave him up. Like, what was that about? Like, was it a locker room fit thing? Like, what was he starting to get frustrated that he wasn't getting no love? Like, I have questions.
True. And he ain't played with no quarterback other than Pat Mahomes, you know what I'm saying? So it's different. You go from Pat to Zach.
Yeah, Pat to Zach is different. Pat to Zach is a definite change.
Man. He said, I can go back over here and not be used and just try to get a range.
Just sitting on the bench. I'd rather sit on the bench in Kansas City than I would.
Let me go get my number 12 back. I think they changed his number too when he went to New York.
Yeah, I think so too. I can't remember what it. Garrett was 17. Lazard is 10.
Aaron Rodgers wasn't even number 12. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he was 8, wasn't he?
8.
Yeah, what was Hardeman? I can't think of what his number was with the Jets.
Fuck his number with the Jets. It don't matter. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby!
Man, fuck them Eagles.
Yeah. Niners lost. Dolphins lost. Chiefs is still up there. But who else are we talking about?
You can't forget the Raiders. Did the Raiders lose?
Yeah, we lost.
I know.
You knew he was a man. You trying to sneak them in there. You say he ain't taking his licks alone.
The fool. See?
You You know, we feeling good this week after that division win.
Hey, how about them Pats though against the Bills? I know y'all probably might already touched on it, but
no, we
ain't touched on it.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, where were y'all at? I didn't mean to. Let's get to my fault. Let's get to wherever y'all was, and then we can, do our thing.
No, we was really just bullshitting. We was, we had got into the whole Travis Kelce performance since he been with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that shit's real. It makes sense though, y'all. Bro, you got your own fans and her fans now all watching you and judging and saying shit. Not that it matters, but it's a do or die. You know what I mean?
Man, I thought it was just 1 or 2 games. It's every game.
Yeah, y'all remember when Tony Romo was with Jessica Simpson?
I think he brought that up before, but I don't.
That was, again, make or break. Now, that didn't make that nigga. We know how his shit turned out. That nigga, but Travis.
But I feel like that's par for the course, though. Like, Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson are Tony Romo and Jessica Simpson. And Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are, a few grades above those two.
In the biggest social media
but I'm saying, no.
This is...
But at that time,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. She was popping at a point, but she wasn't no Taylor.
A couple of them Cowboys were smacking things. Miles also had Kim K.
Right. Yeah, CT. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. Like this shit's been done before. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Travis is like the one that's like noticeably like just playing better, like playing
this
even
is a
better.
Social media era too. Everything is highlighted, man.
Well,
exactly.
I was saying to CT though, for somebody as good as Travis, I don't think that bothers him, and I think it's also a situation where, and I apologize to anybody listening for repeating myself, but I also think it's a situation where Travis has a close enough relationship with Pat where he can be like, hey, G, really look at me because these motherfuckers is questioning my work ethic. They saying that me being with Taylor's going to fuck up our shit. So just make sure you keep an eye out on me out here.
Man, you know that's the theme around their whole organization right now. You know what I'm saying? They in the locker room busting jokes. They probably got Taylor Swift posters up. You know what I'm saying? They probably having fun with it.
Right.
And that's probably just something that's just memories that's just going to take them on another Super Bowl run. You know what I'm saying? Just they theme for the whole year.
Sure.
T Swift.
They're the best team in the AFC, hands down. They're the best team in the AFC.
On a bad week, they are.
On a bad week, bruh. On the bad week.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't about to leave that in there. I don't trust motherfuckers. Hell no.
Hell no, you can't leave that in. Whatever I say,
can't leave a work laptop in the car ski.
No,
hell no.
Can't do that.
Window
That's
bumpers.
the last thing I need.
Listen.
Last thing I need. Nope.
You in a deep sleep too. You wake up to that, that'll hurt.
Right. No, I'm good on that. Matter of fact, I'm about to switch over to the laptop. But yeah, we can keep going.
Oh.
I'm switching now.
Can we talk about my MVP?
Who's your MVP?
Who was I calling MVP all season?
Purdy?
No, wait till Mount come back. I ain't even gonna say.
Oh, Lamar Jackson, man.
I say Purdy.
You said Purdy was on an MVP run at the start of the season, but
when we did our preseason, Mount, who did I say the MVP was?
Lamar Jackson, man. All right.
CT. The game don't do it for me though.
Right, one good game, CT.
Yeah.
One.
Hey, that was a great game.
It was a great game.
I've seen better.
It was a great game. It was a great game. He threw for 3 touchdowns, ran for 1.
Here's the thing, Lamar.
Throwing that
I love Lamar. But you don't consistently do that. That's not your forte.
No.
I'm telling you, it's what they supposed to be doing every week, though.
And he played 12 for 27.
That's why I call him the MVP, because that's what I predict him to do every week.
He don't. That's the reality of it. He did it a week.
Yeah, that's
every week.
And I don't mean to be hard on my nigga, but we at week 8 right now, and that's his first game. That's his first game.
That's not his first game.
That's his first big game.
Yeah,
that's at least his first big game.
But I'm not hearing that though, because that's the same thing I said.
Rushing touchdown.
That's the same thing I said about Jalen Hurts. If you're gonna be a quarterback, you gotta be a quarterback. We can't just expect you to run the ball in the end zone.
These ain't just the Jalen Hurts quarterback sneaks though. The lineup, the three.
Well, no, I'm just saying in general. If you're gonna be a quarterback, be a quarterback. And
Hold on. See, hold on, because I didn't mean to. Common misconcept is motherfuckers think they just pushing him in, CT. If you really zoom in and play close attention,
I see them linemen blocking.
No,
it ain't even about blocking. That nigga's trucking. He can probably get in there without the push. They're just helping him out. That's the
push is just an extra credit. CT is what niggas don't understand. He's gonna get in 9 times out of 10. I feel like on
it's running backs that don't have that leg strength.
That's what I'm getting. Thank you. That's what I'm getting at. CT. You gotta know that man's strength, bro. That nigga's really in the weight room on the squat rack. At least they say.
Yeah, but I'm saying in general, the only reason why I brought that up is because I'm not going to be hard on Jalen Hurts, and he has turned around since we've had that conversation.
Right.
And then let Lamar Jackson have a pass who's been in the league longer. You've had a longer amount of time to get your shit together with your arm, which you have been proven to do, but you always seem to go back to what you're comfortable with, which is taking off and running it in.
Reverting to bad habits.
Right. No, he don't. You see, he could have ran in a couple. He stopped. Oh, he's open. Let me scramble a little bit right here.
Yeah, that Nelson Aguilar joint you talking about.
Yeah. That one was nice.
That was a nice. Yeah, that was a nice play, broken down play that he made something happen with. But again, one game is not enough. We know Lamar runs the ball. We know he's one of the fastest motherfuckers in the league. We've known that for the past 5 years. So I'm not going to get impressed when I see you get 1-2 rushing touchdowns in a game. No, show me why you're lined up under center. Let me see them passes happen. I don't want to see 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. No, great to see OBJ involved.
There was a lot of them involved, for real.
Yeah, no, it was across the board. The only person that had 2 touchdowns was Mark Andrews.
That nigga's the truth. I've been trying to tell niggas about him.
Mark Andrews is a big target. Like,
I mean, lately.
I mean, I feel like he has been for the past few years outside of injury.
They defense was on lock, though. Their defense played great too.
You can tell that they're directly influenced off of the Brady and Gronkowski, Mahomes, Kelsey, quarterback tight end relationship.
So it was National Tight End Day, so he had a few of them.
Listen, and he got 2 of them joints.
2.
4 receptions, 63 yards. He got 2 touchdowns off of 4 receptions. He was scoring 50% of the time he got the ball.
I mean,
and Jared Goff just didn't have a game.
They had him in a lot of 3rd and longs, like 30,
53 attempts on the game. 33 for 53.
Second half, for real.
That shit crazy.
That shit is blasphemous.
And didn't throw 1 touchdown. 284 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Ross St. Brown had 13 receptions for 102 yards, but...
So they was just all garbage yards,
yeah, they couldn't really get much.
Tyreek Hill got a hip injury. Yeah, I mean, it's been... Yeah, that nigga got... I mean, he did all right, but he didn't do what I thought he was going to do against the squad. I was shocked on that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say so. Oh, and yeah, to my shower heads, CT was referring to the Lions-Ravens game. 38-6 victory.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I definitely didn't see the Lions getting smacked like that. But see, that makes me wonder. Niggas ain't. I'm telling you, these niggas ain't who we think they are.
I don't know, man. Like I said to CT as soon as we started the show, I said the Raiders may have lost, but Vegas has been winning since the season started. I would not be surprised if they didn't have direct influence on a lot of these outcomes of the game.
You think
that Colts Browns game?
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That was just blatant. It was just blatantly clear. Like, oh, okay, we see who you want to win.
I didn't even watch that game, but it just seemed like that was some fluky shit just from the sound of the whole.
Man, it was dope, and it was 2 calls in the same drive to get them the win.
And they had
on
got
the same man.
That's because they had got the ball back, but then they called a flag and gave him the ball back. That's
Like that, you ain't even being original. You feel me? Like you gonna call the same man twice, just like him. He did it. Fuck it.
Yep, he
did it again.
He's the guy.
Fuck it.
He's the guy.
Like that shit is weird. And then the NFL gonna come out later and be like, yeah, the refs blew calls.
Yep, that's all they're gonna do.
So now Irsay is like, now we need to change the rules then, and all calls, referee calls, and penalties need to be reviewable in the final 2 minutes of the game. And I agree with that, especially when you know that you got gambling now. Like, what are we gonna do to stop this from being a fucking what do you call it? A residency in Las Vegas and get back to being an actual sport that it is. And they said that this was a risk when they said you're going to legalize gambling and, you know, there's going to be a risk of people manipulating the games then.
Right.
And now it's very clear that we're in that point right now where games are being manipulated. Think about all the upsets that took place. That's crazy.
Yeah, motherfuckers couldn't predict this shit, man. I mean, they could, but it's been wild. What?
We got Coach Mike in the building.
What's going on?
You know what I appreciate about you?
What?
That I know, and don't get me wrong, I understand your schedule, so you're not always available.
Right.
But I gotta give you peas because you always pop on for the
After an ass whooping.
Yeah, and I respect that. You muted, or something muted you. I read your lips, though.
I said an ass whooping? Come on now.
I wouldn't say an ass whooping, but I mean
that's not a game we should have lost.
Right. That's why I say an ass whooping, because it just doesn't make.
But it's not an ass whooping. We
Yeah,
were
right.
on the road in a divisional game. What are you talking about, Malcolm?
I mean, it's the Patriots, though. They just lost to the Saints. Was it 35-0?
They just lost to the Raiders too, and that's a bad loss.
Well, that's because. But let's be clear. Bill Belichick knows his divisional opponents.
You're not wrong.
I guess I just have higher expectations, Mike, since your guys' coach did come from a prestigious team such as the Eagles. So, I mean, that was my whole thing. I thought McDermott would. But I know that's a tough. It's a divisional game. It's a
divisional game on the road.
Right.
Like, it is what it is. And you know,
and
we'll see how the rest of the season goes. Like
they still without Gonzalez and Judon too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like half the Bills starting defense is hurt. Now that doesn't excuse the lack of production by the offense.
Right.
Right. He played good at the corner.
Who?
J.C. Jackson.
Oh,
okay. He brought his stuff on a lot.
Was he? Okay. Yeah, I just didn't see that coming. It was so many games I just didn't see coming. Parlays was shot out the gate.
Yeah, like first game, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Like off the rip? Like, damn.
Parlays was shot out the gate. Like it was all fuck. I just gave money away.
Right, I might as well just donated this at this point.
I mean, at this point, like let's keep it a buck. From what we've seen in the NFL, when you're picking parlays, it's really a toss-up. Like I saw an interesting I think it was an ad on YouTube, on like the YouTube Shorts, and it was basically like I don't know if they were a podcast or whatever they were, that they had a Patreon where they ran down bets and shit, and they was giving stats on the referees. They was giving like the ref names and was saying home teams ref by this player or ref by this referee are 6-0 when he's reffing. Away favorites ref by this ref are currently 5-0, and they were just giving the different names and the refs, and it's starting to get to the point where you really do need to look up to see the ref who's who's over the game before you place your bet, because it's definitely making a difference. It was a few games. That Pittsburgh game was wild. Referees defined the end of that game. The Browns-Colts game, the referees defined the end of that. Like, I've been saying it for years, even before betting got in place, is that refs think they're a part of the game.
Oh, no doubt.
You're just officiating. You're just here to make calls, but you are by no means a part of the game.
Well, as a high school coach, let me tell you how often the referees decide the game.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Probably not.
Because it's all momentum, like, especially at the high school level. If you snap a team's momentum, like,
right.
I mean, I will give my prime example. 2018, we're playing Massillon in the second round of the tournament. We have the smallest Division II school. Massillon is one of the biggest Division II schools. This game, we strip sack, fumble, return for a touchdown. Would have put us up.
Why'd they
You know why it was called back? An inadvertent whistle.
Oh man.
So like a whistle for no call, no nothing.
No nothing.
So
An accidental whistle?
An accidental whistle.
Oh shit!
And
That's a thing.
All you get is redo the play.
And it's a redo of the play. We didn't get the ball
Oh,
back.
that's weak as fuck.
We didn't get the ball. We didn't get the touchdown. We didn't get any of it.
That's weak as fuck.
That ends up being a 14-point swing in the game. No, it was a 10-point because I think No, it was a 14-point swing because you took 7 away from us and they got 7 on the drive.
Right.
That's
That shit crazy. I mean, but that's where we are now. It gets hard to pick the games based on how.
Not logic, apparently.
Now, all of that being said, there's no reason the Bills gave up a touchdown with 1:30 left or whatever.
2-minute drive.
But they do that though. They've done that. They do that historically.
No doubt.
And expect
13
Josh
seconds.
Allen.
All you have to do is leave 13 seconds on the clock for a team to beat us. So.
Man,
We needed that. We got.
y'all needed that. Y'all 2-5. Shut the fuck
2-1 in the division.
up. Oh, you right? No, you right.
Yeah.
Did you worry about that? That's interesting.
And we got the Dolphins Sunday, so yeah, we need this one. Hopefully Tyreek out.
You need this one. Wait, like the Dolphins?
We got to beat the Dolphins, yo. So.
Oh my gosh! Listen now, Vegas, you better.
That's a stretch.
I don't know who to call in Vegas, but listen, because I don't give a fuck if
They haven't been looking too good lately.
they haven't been
They
looking
down
bad.
O-linemen. They down like 3 O-linemen.
But I don't give a fuck if River Craycraft comes in to replace Tyreek Hill. If y'all beat the Dolphins, I'ma know something in Vegas. I'ma know something.
That's not shocking to me.
Well, they are divisional opponents,
Right.
like Mike says. So I mean, they
And we
might have
played them good last time too, so
Last time y'all had
Damn
Gonzalez and Judah.
Damn it!
though.
Stop.
don't look like we're playing too bad without them.
Nah, y'all haven't been, but
So we picked
We're-
up Josh Allen. They first play.
it was
that's
the first
standard.
drive. It wasn't the first play, was it?
That's standard Josh Allen in the first quarter. Like we just assume he's going to throw a pick that ends up going.
When
Yeah,
did
seven
that
the other
happen? When did that start happening?
Dude, it's always happened. That's always
Have
been
him.
him.
I
He's
don't
always
even-
The whole game.
From the jump?
from the jump. He's always the first. He just starts slow, man. He tries to
didn't-
force something early. I will say I thought it was getting better, but
He didn't feel back down the slope.
well, and the reason it's gotten better is what I said probably the first week of the season. The Bills have established a run game, so he doesn't have to throw it all the time.
Right. Yeah, James Cook been doing his thing.
I feel like y'all could have ran
It's
the ball
on
more.
my fantasy team, yes sir.
James Cook definitely been doing his thing.
Mhm. That's the only cook that's cooking right now. They say that's a hot topic. Rumors are that they want to trade Dalvin.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
he had like 3 rushes last game. I think.
Allegedly.
I mean, what
Should
did
have
they,
never even brought him there.
Right.
I don't know. I would
Yeah.
say that like with the
You got Brees Hall. And then you had another running back, I think, too, right?
right, but Brees Hall was
Michael
hurt.
Carter.
Yeah, Brees Hall was hurt at the start of the season. We don't know. He's a speed back, so we don't know how he's coming back off of that injury. It's safe to stack up. And
Carter was nice too, though.
Michael Carter's all right, but hindsight, you bringing in Aaron Rodgers, you do want somebody that's more proven out the backfield that can pound the ball. So I don't think that it was a bad call getting him. But now that there's no Aaron Rodgers and you got, Zach Wilson back there, that changes things because it's not as big of a threat on your pass.
Right, so they can stack against the run.
Right.
Kitty stack.
So I don't
He do a
really
lot of
put that on
things
Dalvin.
too.
Who Dalvin?
Yeah.
When he do run though, he's a monster. That boy a monster when he runs. I've seen some runs out of Dalvin Cook that had my jaw on the floor, and I was just like, that motherfucker working.
Yeah.
And he hits when he hits a hole, he hits that motherfucker.
Oh, no doubt.
He does not expect to be stopped. He does not expect to be stopped at that line. But yeah, it's just a bad situation for the Jets.
It's a bad situation for CT in fantasy football this week, apparently, too, boy. Woo!
I'm trying to make you see. I try to change my whole roster.
That's what I've been doing all year.
Man, I had to get rid of that team. I'm like, this team gotta get trashed.
Speaking of, they put Zach Ertz on IR. I need to put him in my reserve spot so I can.
I got some.
else
I mean,
up.
what you need? I got a tight end for you, Cliff. Who you need?
Nigga,
Look at the
And it's
roster.
crazy because when I go searching for somebody, like, oh, nobody got him. Somebody got him.
Somebody got it.
I'm like,
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. Y'all might as well.
I'm
just
like,
shoot the
they are
offers.
on it. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
Y'all gotta start shooting them off.
Like that, no, like that Daryl Henderson Jr. one. Like, I was trying to get him.
Oh, yeah.
early.
Yeah, no.
When they picked him up off the practice squad, I was trying to, and then I was trying to get the other dude. I said somebody got him too. Oh, man.
Bro, it's a cutthroat world.
Said they
cut
do
the
nobody in the free agency.
And then the bye weeks hurt you too. Fucking bye
Oh,
weeks.
for
That's what got me this
sure.
last week.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
like you
I'm
just said.
concerned about, to be honest.
Kickers is getting released and shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they said the Rams kicker missed 3 field goals in that Steelers game, and then they released him.
yep.
AKA the former Cowboys kicker. That's their issue.
Shit, what about fucking Moody?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He been fucking up
That's because he's man.
in games in a row. Not just one game fucking up. He been fucking up. He looking like Kate York out there. He might get released to the practice squad for long.
Look,
I heard it was real easy to kick in arena football, motherfucker. You only got a 50-yard field. You better be 100%.
might have to.
But
Might have to.
Yeah, nah, it's dead for my Raiders.
Think so? There's always a chance with MVP O'Connell.
I mean, you're going to have to play him. Especially after you see what you've seen out of Hoyer. And even though Hoyer put up a couple stats, couple points, I don't really give him credit because you ran 3 slants to Devontae Adams.
Oh yeah, speaking of him,
That was like the only route he was running.
Well, what about what Devontae Adams came out and said to the media? Boy, is he pissed off. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people are speaking their feelings lately. Like, they're telling the
As they
real.
should.
They're not sugarcoating shit.
As
He
they
said
should.
he's being wasted. He didn't come here. He said, yeah, we've got a couple wins or whatever. He said, but I'm not basically being utilized to the extent that I
not.
should be.
I said that. I said that. Once we brought in Garoppolo, I said it's a disaster waiting to happen. Because you got a fucking wide receiver that loves deep routes and a quarterback that can't throw them.
Right.
Now all you can do is hope that you bring your young quarterback up enough to be able to assist in getting Devontae the ball. And if I'm keeping it a buck, you picked the wrong guy.
You don't think he's it?
I'm just saying, if you were going to go for a quarterback at all in that draft, you should have did it first round.
Yeah.
There was no point in waiting to the third round to get it. What were you thinking that you was going to do with that?
I'm telling you, like I told you offline, that Mark Davis and them are more invested in the Las Vegas Aces and championships than they are in the Las Vegas Raiders, apparently.
You might be right.
Them motherfuckers. Yeah, man, they doing. That's what I was telling you. Mark Davis, it's just weird. You got a new team and you already got it figured out and got it clicking and winning championships. This team been around forever with the Raiders.
I mean,
and you ain't.
To be fair as well, the WNBA has less moving parts.
I wouldn't say that right now, not currently with the athletes they got.
Just
they got
statistically
some.
In general, it does. You only have to worry about 5 players on your court. If I can get 5 decent players, I got a shot. But on a football field, you have to have 22. Just statistically, there's more moving parts on a football field, let alone the difference in physicality from basketball to football. You're going to have more injuries on that 22 as well. So that's why a roster on an average team is 60 men. An average roster on a basketball team is 15.
So my only argument would be, either way you chop it up, the decision making is clearly better on one side than it is the other.
I would agree.
You're seeing that in the results. That's what I'm saying. To your point, either way you chop it up with the numbers, if you somehow went after the kind of talent that you seem to do on your basketball team in the NFL, you might have a more put together team and maybe you make better decisions and have a better chance to win.
That's just like decision making. Never in the history of the NFL has an expansion team ever won the Super Bowl. So it would be, I would imagine it'd be a lot easier to come into a rhythm with a basketball team. Because you got to understand that 5 that I said, you have to have that decent 5. That decent 5 plays both ways.
Right.
They play defense and they play offense. But you need 22 because my 11 offensive players can't go on defense and play as well. It's a lot of teams that are stacked like that, where you look at their offense and they're like, goodness gracious, they're amazing. Why can't they get a dub? Because you turn around and look on the opposite side of the ball and you're like, well, they just got fill-ins playing on defense.
Yeah.
So when you got a guy, well, fuck a guy, when you have a legacy of the Davises who have, again, historically made awful decisions,
right?
I can see you coming into success with that 15-man roster long before I can you coming to success with that 60. Not an excuse, because as you said, y'all had generations here.
Right.
But
longer time to figure this out.
Exactly. You could have been building teams. You could have been building teams when your dad Al was,
right on the way out.
Exactly.
Game planning. That's what they did with Jerry Buss. Man, they was all right. Well, even we got to still look at this and look at that.
But the Raiders, awful decision makers, always have been.
We're gonna get it together one generation. We just don't know what generation it's gonna be.
You know what I mean?
But they will. I think they will. Like, on all seriousness, eventually, obviously, one day. Just don't know what generation.
The only thing I can hope to happen, and I know I've said it on the show a lot, is Garoppolo needs to let his back heal up, sit out a few more weeks. You can't start Brian Hoyer, which is clear, against the Bears. So put your rookie Aiden O'Connell in just so you can get proof that he, again, isn't somebody that you're going to be able to put your future endeavors into. And then that gives you all the, the solidification to know I need to go for a quarterback this draft. Period, point blank, I have to get one. No third round, fourth round quarterback. I need to waste one of my first round picks on a QB.
Well, how much should they pay Jimmy? Because maybe they still do think Jimmy is their guy. They may not. That's what I'm saying. That's the rate. You know how y'all do. They may look how long y'all wasted y'all's time on Derek Carr. To your point.
No, you're right.
How long was that? 9 years.
The difference was Carr came out to the Raiders.
Right, I understand, but I think the whole point that I'm getting at is y'all are loyal to a fault. And Jimmy G might be the new Cardi. He may be the new Cardi, y'all.
He's not going to be just for the simple fact that you already got fans in the stands of the games calling for Josh Allen to be fired or Josh McDaniels to be fired. You already have fans in the stands saying that they want him out of there. So if you bring in a new coach,
right?
Even if you don't, let's get that out. Let's not skip ahead that far.
All right.
Beyond bringing in a new coach, if Josh McDaniels is the guy on the sideline holding the clipboard over his mouth, calling out plays, having to listen to his home field crowd saying, "Get rid of me," then he has to know that there's pressure on my head to make some sort of changes. Jimmy's not available. He hasn't been available for years now. I don't know what made you think he would be more available in Vegas than he was in San Fran, but he's not available.
But here's my argument. Even though the fans might be saying get rid of McDaniels, we don't know that behind closed doors, or I think Mark Davis has said a couple of things already, they may be closed. They may be very tight-knit, which that's all that matters, right? It don't matter what Peter and Paul are saying. What's Mark Davis and them saying? That's who cuts the checks.
Hey, what he said, just win, baby. Now, that's one thing that we have known about that legacy that we talked about. Is while they do make awful decisions, it's about a win. If you ain't getting them a win, I don't care what's going on there. Trust and believe, if Gruden was getting wins, it wouldn't have mattered how many black folks he called big lit monkeys and pussies and all, they would have kept him. Gruden would still be coaching despite all them emails if he was getting wins. So if we know McDaniels has come in and in what, 2 years? Or is it his third? This is
his second.
This is his second?
I want to say so.
But in 2 years, you can't make anything happen? And you gave your quarterback what he asked for, right? He wanted his best friend there. Gave him that.
Oh, yeah, it's my car. Okay,
yeah,
right.
You gave him that. Still didn't get it done. Now he's gone. You supposedly brought in his assistants or his backup or his replacement.
Right.
Who needs a replacement because he's now out for the second time this season due to injuries.
Oh, shit.
So it's starting to look real bad. I don't know who you point the finger at, but it's somebody on the sidelines in silver and black.
Somebody needs to talk him to.
You hear me? So again, the only thing I can hope is that Garoppolo sits out for the next 3-4 weeks. Neither of the two backup quarterbacks do successful. Garoppolo comes back in and shits the bed for the rest of the season like I know he will. And then we get a decent pick in the draft, and the Raiders know this whole fucking quarterback list isn't worth our time. And I'm not saying that Aiden can't stick around. He's young. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't look awful. He's just not their guy. So you gotta look for somebody. You gotta look elsewhere. And all the quarterbacks that are worth a fuck in the league are locked in with their teams.
You think?
All of the quarterbacks that are worth a fuck are locked in on their team. Like, think about it. Like, so we may see some people possibly leaving. Who we looking at? Kyler Murray?
Right.
Who are we looking at exactly? Maybe Russell Wilson? Who exactly are we, like, neither
Dak
of those.
Prescott.
And I would take Dak over Jimmy. Don't get me wrong. I would definitely take Dak over Jimmy. But all he is a light-skinned Tony Romo.
Oh, shit.
He's just a black Tony Romo.
Oh, fuck. That's crazy. You going to compare them to... I wouldn't even... No, I'm not even like a big Dak guy because I can't stand the Cowboys. But him and Tony Romo in the same conversation.
Yeah, that's what they are. They quarterbacks who show flashes of greatness but can't get it done anywhere, anytime.
I agree in regards to that, but statistically, I just can't know if I can put them two in the same conversation.
I mean, when you think about it, I would even edge Dak over Tony because a lot
So I would. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying.
They're still the same.
Not about much, yeah.
Yeah, they're still the same. Yeah, not by much. But the only reason why I was going to say that is because you think about the teams that they lost to in the playoffs. 49ers been very heavy for a while. The Eagles have been on the rise for a while.
But did you not hear about Brock Purdy?
What about him?
Concussion protocol.
I mean, that ain't nothing.
No, that's Debo's banged up. Christian's got an oblique injury. Brock Purdy's down. Who's your backup quarterback? Who's gonna? We know what happened. Sam. Come on now. You want Sam Darnold to come in for your Raiders?
I mean, no. But concussion protocol is a 2-week maximum.
That's fine, but a lot can happen in those 2 weeks though. With your team.
Sam,
you know what I mean?
I guarantee he'll be back by the following week.
Well, and just to be clear, concussion protocol is 5 days symptoms free.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Still don't look good. That motherfucker injury prone. We seen what my Eagles did to him last year.
And then let's see, because who do they play?
They play us soon. I know that much. And now I know we're hyped to play them now after what we've been seeing out of them.
They play the Bengals this week, and then they have a bye week.
Okay,
You take a non-divisional, non-conference loss against the Bengals. You rest everybody for that week and the bye week, and you come back and play Jacksonville, Tampa.
See, even in Jacksonville, you good.
I don't know.
I mean, that's another AFC team.
I mean, as long as it's in Jacksonville and not in fucking London.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't come in to get my licks on that one. So.
I wasn't saying like that's good. Like as far as I'm just saying, if they lose, it's not the end of the world.
No,
it's not. It's not.
It's another AFC team. You'll be all right. So worst case scenario, sit all the motherfuckers 3 weeks.
Right.
You only missed 2 games.
Right.
And let's keep it above.
Oh, which by the way, let's also call out that was what I said the Bills should have done last year.
Right.
Like they are in the same situation Buffalo was last year, where I said, sit everybody for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Take the losses against, I think it was the Vikings and
that was when Josh had his elbow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And instead we played through it and we sucked the rest of
Yeah. I mean, but I will also, and no shots at Buffalo, but I will also say organizationally, I would trust San Francisco a little bit more than Buffalo. I would imagine that they have, not like they're run by committee by no means, but everybody there has been there long enough to have a say.
They don't have what Buffalo had, which was, and I say had because it may have closed, like a window where they are clearly the top of the division. Like their window is much bigger.
Right.
To be open longer.
Right.
Whereas Buffalo knew, like, if we don't get this done in 3 or 4 years, it may never happen.
Yeah.
And
I mean, Buffalo's coach knows what it takes to get a ring. He's already been a part of it. That's why he got the job. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
He's already.
I hear you. But that's the coach. That's not the broader organization.
No, but it's all about there's a reason, Mike, why teams coaches off of the teams that are successful.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the Andy Reid coaching tree. It's the whatever. It's the Belichick coaching tree, and it's got mixed success.
Right. Yeah. But my whole point in that was just that I feel like you guys have the advantage over a Niners in that regards. Is like Shanahan, I like him, and John Lynch, that's all cool. But a lot of them guys, like they probably haven't seen it. They haven't done it. They haven't been part of it. You know what I mean? John Lynch did as a player, obviously, but I'm saying like Shanahan, like, yeah, you're a great mind, but do you really know what it takes to get there? You know what I mean? What that really feels
and
like.
I think that with as much as coaches are constantly in the hot seat, like that's a tough call to make to say we are knowingly going to take a 1 loss or 2 losses here.
Right.
Because we are going to do the right thing for the back half of the season. And you also can't judge what people are going to do after taking 2-3 weeks off. Like some people will come out with a fire in their belly and some will come out and want to go back home.
Right. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna speak too soon. We only at what, week 8, just
About
under
halfway.
halfway. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot that can take place in this back half of the season. There's a lot that will take place in this back half of the season. I'll tell you that right now. But I mean, the way it's looking, I won't say that it doesn't look like Eagles are a few games in their division from another Super Bowl appearance. Because I don't really see I don't see the fight in other teams, other than San Fran.
I mean, it's not even just that, Cliff. Like, we build damn near every couple of weeks. Like, we just traded for, as a steal,
Kevin
safety
Byard.
Kevin Beard. Yeah, like, that's
Mhm.
not, like, you know, that's not normal. Like, the moves that we make in the time that, like, as far as well as we're doing, we're still making moves like we really need to. Not saying we don't, but you know what I mean? Like, we're in desperate need to. That's insane to me.
Well,
I
that's
don't see
why
other
they're
teams
doing
doing
that.
that.
No,
I
and you
mean-
don't. But I guarantee you would if a team felt like they were on a downhill slope to the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
You're so close. It's basically a situation where nobody really expected them to be where they are currently. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it at the beginning of the season. With y'all getting a new offensive coordinator, defensive
Right.
coordinator, we didn't know what would happen. But the fact that they've gritted out to be where they are right now, it's kind of like the light at the end of the tunnel where it's like, okay, so we are still good enough to compete. Let's continue to build.
Oh, I knew we'd be great. That was never a question. I just didn't know we'd be this great so far. I mean, that's just the truth, though. I knew we were gonna, because the talent didn't change. If anything, we added on. Like you said, the coordinators changed, but the talent's still there. That's half the battle. We didn't lose any. Well, we lost like C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's not really a big loss to me. We lost stuff like that, but we really added on. Like you said, it was just the coordinators. That was half the battle. It's still half the battle.
Well, y'all
You know
gave
what
up
I mean?
a few players on defense.
No, nobody. No, the players that we gave up, it was like one or two, and they were towards the end of their career or not. It wasn't anybody big. Not at this rate, because we still got Fletcher Cox. We still got. I know you're talking about too. I think he went to the Niners. Javon Hargrave. Yeah, he was like a number 2 defensive tackle on our team. Yeah, we got rid of him. He got traded or he signed with the Niners. But like I said, we still got Fletcher Cox, Jordan. Like, look what they brought in, Jalen Carter. You know what I'm saying? Like, that wasn't a loss in their eyes. They were willing to part ways with these people because they knew what we
y'all
had.
gave up a DB too, though.
Yeah, Avonte Maddox. He was not a top DB. He was not. I think it was Avonte. If it wasn't Avonte, it was somebody else. Because I know you guys got one of our defensive backs.
Yeah.
It wasn't anybody top. Our top DBs, and they've always have been the past couple of years, of Bradbury and Slay. We never had anybody even close to them, DB or secondary wise, to that skill level. We had Pawns.
Yeah, my mind just isn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The closest thing I would say is C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but he's not even all that. You know what I mean? So, you know, you got to give a little to get. And shit, what they've gave away, they haven't lost a step. They haven't missed a
I
beat.
don't understand why Tennessee did that, though.
Well, look at it though. I was thinking about it. Okay, they gave us A.J. Brown for a steal.
That's what
They
I was
gave
about to
us
say. That's
Kevin Byard for a
like,
steal.
what is that coming from? I actually heard that there was an investigation to see if the Tennessee was trying to help the Eagles win the Super Bowl.
And that's fine. I don't know what connections Mike Vrabel would have with Philadelphia since he's a Patriot, but you know, we can go with the theories and the rumors and logics out there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We're always here for a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Always here for a conspiracy theory, but
They gave
some
up
people-
their number one wide
some people
receiver
just
for
some people just do dumb shit, Cliff.
DeAndre Hopkins.
I mean, Steelers gave up AB and fucking Bell.
Yeah, but AB was, you know, caught.
That
That's
was
fine,
attitude.
but
that was not
that-
wanting to deal with the circus
No,
around those two.
and I understand that, but they even said like, damn, we sure could have used them. Like, man,
Yeah.
those were some of our best, you know.
But
skill position players.
Pittsburgh may be one of the few organizations that isn't going to tolerate that
Right.
No, they're not.
unless it's a 6'7" white quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Who, Mason?
That's not who I'm talking about.
Ben, he said
Talking about Roethlisberger?
Hey, that's disrespectful, Cliff. You know damn well who Mike talking about.
He's talking about
Boy.
Mason.
They made a fucking food. I don't know if they still have the sandwich, but they had a Roethlisberger sandwich after that motherfucker back in the day in Pittsburgh. Boy.
Yeah, they did.
With the top of roofies.
I don't remember. Oh shit. I don't
They
know.
said, hold the
Allegedly.
pickles, extra roofies.
On his bill.
Ben is the only Steeler that I actually physically bumped into at a club one time.
Who, Robbins?
My grandfather said he met.
It
He
wasn't in
met
the
him one
bathroom,
time.
was it?
No, thank God. I was leaving and he was coming in.
It wasn't in the bathroom, was it?
No.
The fuck?
I bumped this dude and I look around and he's got fucking entourage with him, of course. I'm like,
Right.
who the fuck was that? And then he turns back to say something to somebody. I'm like, oh, that's Ben. All right. I'm not gonna win
That's
this
crazy.
one. Let's go.
Right.
Where was you at?
Posse out.
The Matrix at Station Square.
You was in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I was back when I was living there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the Steel City day.
Yeah, 6-year sentence.
6 years.
That shit's fun as fuck when That shit is fun as fuck when I go back home, boy. That shit is it's different now, Mike. That shit is it's different now, bro. Downtown is crazy.
And to be clear, like I was also like downtown I never had an issue with.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh, what drives me crazy is, and it's going to sound weird coming from a city in Ohio, but like Pittsburgh is so self-segregated that like I didn't like it. Like I've always grown up in diverse neighborhoods with diverse people. Like
I know what you mean too. Yeah.
We done got kicked out of more bars in Pittsburgh than I have in Ohio.
Listen.
all right, fellas, I gotta go get the kiddo to bed.
All right, Mike.
I'm gonna try to
Take care.
quickly now that my season's done. So,
Well,
Right.
Enjoy your evening, sir, and we'll
All right,
be
Mike.
waiting to see you back.
yes, sir. Take it easy.
All
All
right.
right, man.
What was we talking about?
Fuck the Raiders, but the Eagles is on fire. The same old shit we talk about every week. You know what I mean? It's, I know you know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like you said, NFC wise, we're looking like the team to beat, and AFC's it's looking like a repeat of last year potentially.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
But,
just feel like it's so open. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like everybody in the NFC is running in a pack.
right.
Everybody, even the Chiefs. We don't care if you Usain Bolt. You ain't hit your stride yet and took off away from everybody else at the moment. The
Right.
NFC though, it's like all of the teams came out early and had a little lead to where you didn't have to rub elbows or shoulders with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Chiefs are way better than anybody though in the AFC.
You said you don't think they are?
I think they are.
I do too. I do too. I think the only
But you
reason
said
that
they
they're
were all in the pack.
I think the only reason that they're currently in the pack is because they're pacing themselves the way the Chiefs do. I don't think they're in the pack because they deserve to be in the pack. They're just doing Chief shit. But we can guarantee towards the back half of the season, you're going to start seeing them pull away from everybody else.
You think?
What are they now? 5-2? 5-1?
5-9. Yeah, they've only lost one game.
Yeah, they haven't had any buys.
Yeah, they got the same record. That's what I'm saying. It's destiny. The Stars is set to align again. We need a repeat for that bullshit last year.
That's scary, man.
Hey, remember last year, y'all stats was the exact same.
It's a couple questionable calls, but you know that comes.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about on in the Super Bowl. I was talking about leading up to the actual stats. The stats of the teams were the exact same.
Pro Bowls and all. The same amount of
I mean,
Bowls.
niggas play copycat, but that don't mean they got the recipe. You know.
He said copycat. Nobody copying second place, motherfucker.
Hey, you be surprised. Shit.
Motherfuckers copying first place.
Yeah. Nah, that's because Andy's gone forever. Forever have something on the Eagles since he coached there for so long, I feel like, too. And they're just a great team, you know what I mean?
That could be, but I think that they're completely different since then.
Yeah, but I think Nick Sirianni, I think they said he might have came from around that Andy Reid era or tree as well too, or something. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's different, but at the same time, it's like you watch the film, you notice that you can, you know what I'm saying. You know the fans, you notice, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like, but yeah, I mean, he's got. I mean, him and Patrick Mahomes are amazing. That's probably one of the best duos we'll see, quarterback and coach.
I wonder if motherfuckers keep a binder.
What you mean?
Like as a coach, and this is just my mind, and you know, like I'm very strategic. I would think that a coach would know if I'm an exceptional coach, they're gonna pull from my tree. Which would mean that there's a chance that I'm going to be coaching across the field from my defense or offensive coordinator. So my question was, I wonder if they keep a binder of, you know, Josh McDaniels on 3rd and 1 likely calls these plays over and over again.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So by the time you get your head coaching job, I already got a dictionary of what you did on our team. So I know your tendencies now already, regardless of the people that you have on your team. I've been with you long enough to know. And I would hope at least that a good coach would be keeping track of that. Even though we're on the same team, that's absolutely fine. I'm just keeping this for my own records for the day that they ship you somewhere else.
Right. Yeah, keeping it on hand.
You know, and I wouldn't let nobody else know I had it. Like, nobody would know. Nobody but me would know that I had that binder.
Right. You get in trouble for signals apparently, so I don't know. That binder might have been hidden.
You get in trouble for signals.
Yeah, that's what Harbaugh told you when we talked about that offline.
Well, yeah, no, that's different though. That's me. I'm saying like, even though we're on the same team, it's like how you train, like for boxing, like you train with people in your camp, but there's a chance that you may have to fight them for a belt one day. So I need to know your tendencies, even though we're on the same team, because eventually you may be on the opposite end of me. It's nothing illegal about watching what somebody does.
Well, if that's the case, I've been studying you for 10 years.
And you still ain't been
No, I know what you mean, though, because iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? Iron sharpens iron. So I definitely understand.
And if I know that you're good at what you do,
right,
it's only a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a matter of time before they take you from me and insert someone new, and I see you in a team that I have to face.
Right.
So I might as well get started from day one. Day one, I need to know. I need to jump in your mind.
Right. Yeah.
And it's, don't get me wrong, while you're on the team, it's to help. And I may even go back and reference my binder and say, you know what, past 10 3rd and 4s, you didn't run the same dive. We gonna mix it up this time.
Mm-hmm. Something different.
But the day you leave, I'm gonna be telling my defensive coordinator, when he coached for me, the past 10 plays, he ran that dive. Send that middle linebacker up that 5 spot, that 3 spot.
His tendencies. Listen.
But I mean, you know, shit like that is the difference between good and great coaching, though. I don't just want to know my players' abilities. I want to know my coach's abilities as well. You're only as strong as your weakest link. In any situation, any scenario, whether it's a company, a team, a congregation, whatever you want to put it in, you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Right.
So it's best to know everybody, as well as their breaking points, as well as what gets them riled, as well as what shuts them down.
Yeah, what makes them tick, all that. Try to get that makes sense. Logan's stupid. Side note, Foles going to change his team name in fantasy football. I guess after that game they said Kirk Cousins just had. He changed his team name to Kirk and his Cousins. He's fucking stupid, man. Foles is a fucking idiot. Because he was talking
that guy though.
and hit the showers, folks. Because you was ragging on that motherfucker so far all year, and then he had one good game. Like CT talking about Lamar Jackson. Now niggas want to Kirk and his cousins. Man, stop.
Hey,
Kirk been that guy though.
I wouldn't go that far.
He
He's
has.
a journeyman.
I think he's a step above.
He's a Ryan Fitzpatrick and them. We've seen Ryan have lights out a couple games before, a couple times.
I think he's still a step above though.
Man, at the end of the day, he's gonna fall into that group.
I mean, you may not be wrong, depending on future accomplishments, but at the moment, I would agree. Like, I mean, I like him. I like Kirk Cousins.
You saying that because you saw him on that little Netflix series, and I did like him from that too. Like he grew on me. I'm not gonna lie.
I liked him. Okay, so let's put it like this. I saw he had certain ability prior to the Netflix series. When I saw the Netflix series and I saw how tough he was.
Oh, this nigga's tripping.
It was like, oh, okay, like of course you know that motherfuckers, we talk about it all the time, you can't be in that high level of a game and not be playing through nagging injuries. But to take the punishment that motherfucker was taking and to show up and do what he was doing, I was impressed. I was impressed to receive the backstory and see what all it took.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played good that game.
So yeah, I like Kirk. I mean, yeah, I don't think that you're wrong. There is a possibility that there is a possibility that he goes down as that. But for all of us that watched, we know different.
Right.
Whether you want to hate on him or not, we know different.
And I'm just only hating on him to be honest with you. I know it's not fair to him. I know this, but just for the organization he's with.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why it's not even that I don't think he's gonna ever do anything or that he couldn't. It's just the teams you happen to end up playing on don't give you enough to get you over that hump. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying.
And so that limits your like a Devontae Adams. Motherfuckers is limiting people's greatness and people's getting shitty. Now Kirk's a more easygoing, guy. Devontae's like I've had enough. But yeah, I mean.
And then that's another reason why I like him is because strength and, durability, being tough is always exuded in different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, people show it differently. And for him to be so humble and be like, yeah, this is just what it takes to do what I gotta do. Like, it was just, I guess it was refreshing to see a different way of being tough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. Different. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because that's not the depiction of tough.
Right.
You look at Kirk Cousins and you're like, he's not tough.
Like JV.
Like if somebody just flashed you a picture of him without you knowing he was a football quarterback, you're like, nah, he's not tough. He's an accountant.
That's how I felt about the Bears quarterback they started. Like he just got done doing some hat tricks or some shit. I don't know, whatever.
Nah, he different too. You could tell. Did you see that? The link I showed you about his dad.
No, I don't think.
His dad is an arm wrestling champion, and he did an arm wrestle on the sideline with one of the commentators while the game was going on. And when I got an idea of how his dad was, I said, "Oh, I don't even know this kid, and I know him already." I already know. I can relate to. It wasn't even about arm strength. It was just about the way his dad was. Like when you have father figures like that, it instills confidence in you.
Right. DeAndre Swift's dad. I told you that motherfucker, Nick.
But it's not even about being. It's a mental thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like before you make your kids bench press 5 times a day and run 3 miles to get in shape, you want to put something in them mentally that you can push through anything. You can push through whatever. It's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? Your mind's making it that, but it's really not as big as you're putting on as.
Right.
And when you got a father figure like him, you can tell that he has that in his child. Like he put that in him.
Right. It's
which is why he came out on your first NFL start and did what you did. You look at the stock that somebody comes from, and it starts to give you an idea of how they end up, making things like that happen. And he's just an arm wrestler. I'm not a quarterback, but what I can do is tell you how much it hurts.
Right.
It hurts to get a win. I gotta fight through the pain to get there, just like you do. You just may be experiencing full body pain while mine is shoulder, elbow, and wrist. But the pain can be fought through, and you will come out better on the other side.
Right.
Yeah, when I saw his dad, I was like, yeah, this kid's probably going places. Especially after that performance, too, he's probably going to go places. And it's always the ones that you look at and you don't expect. Just like Kirk. You look at Kirk and you're like, he's not a tough guy. And then he proves it to you. You're like, man, I didn't see that coming.
That motherfucker be smiling from ear to ear, boy.
Right. And the Raiders did not see that coming. They just didn't. And we had just talked about how their DBs were, showing up for the first time that we've seen from them in a while. And then you come out and let a brand new newborn quarterback do that to you.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I mean, it is what it is.
He looked like their run game was going though.
Man, Deontay Foreman though. I mean, he had 16 for 89, but it looked better than what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you watched it, it looked like he was accomplishing more. It was a lot of that too. When I saw Zay Flowers' stats, I was like, God damn, he only had 75 yards. Because that one that he caught, I thought was like 40 by itself.
If not 50, yeah.
But shit, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it was only really who had a bye? Jets had a bye. Yeah, Jets ain't play last week. I was wondering why the games was so late this week on the
I think Carolina had a bye.
They needed a bye.
Carolina. They about to back there roughing my nigga Bryce up. They roughing my nigga Bryce up. That motherfucker gonna have to go on an anabolic cycle to get some weight on him.
He does
gonna
need
come
some
back next
weight,
year
bro.
looking like Debo, I promise you, because they are roughing him up.
Yeah, that shit's no joke.
I don't know how much longer his little frame can take it.
Right. Shit, not too much longer. Shit, they ain't built for that shit. It ain't gonna last long at this rate.
Yeah, he gonna have to put weight on. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Gotta put weight on. But
I don't
shit,
think so.
you don't think so? You
Drew
don't think
Brees didn't
so?
have to.
Man,
But Drew Brees is a
like
different
5'10",
bracket.
184.
Yeah, and he's in a
But they're the
different
same
bracket.
kind of height, and that's kind of who they compare him
But
to.
But
Drew
you really,
Brees-
man, you can't compare. him
Drew
to
Brees was
Brees,
stockier, and he wasn't as mobile. Drew Brees would run, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't as mobile as Bryce Young. And he probably felt a little bit more comfortable putting weight on because he knows I'm not really running like that. But when you know half of your attributes or your good skills are scrambling, I don't want to be putting on hella weight. But 5'10", 185 ain't going to do it. Not in the NFL.
Right.
I think he'll be all right.
Especially the way he's getting hit. It's somebody in the backfield every fucking play.
Yeah, he's not. They ain't letting up.
Every play. Even when he doesn't get sacked, this motherfucker's getting up off the ground. Peeling grass out of his face mask. Yeah,
Not the guy.
He needs something. I don't know what it is. He needs something. He need a motherfucking what they put on the cars now, the lane warning sensors where you try to get over and it beep on you, and let you know that it's a car on your left hand side. You need that motherfucker in his helmet.
Listen, he needs something.
He needs that little beep on. Listen, Mike McDaniels, you the guru of this shit, putting cameras and attachments on helmets. Put a fucking beeper in the back, in both ears of the helmet to let you know, oh, somebody's back there. He's right behind you. Get it?
All right, need a sensor.
You know?
Man, that'll go off all the time.
That's the only thing that's gonna save him. If it would just be beeping like a smoke detector.
And my old lineman, yep, he in my face.
Listen. Yeah, nah, I don't know what you do, but you definitely can't continue that. I guarantee you, if he doesn't put on weight, he's not in the league long.
He'll be in there for a
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think so either.
If he doesn't put on weight, he got 4 years max, and that's with sitting one out due to injury. I'm dead ass too. I'm dead ass. I see him being RG3 without the accomplishments.
I can see that. I could see that.
Early exit, stage right.
He don't run like that.
No, he doesn't run like that, but that's the thing, is you're supposed to be safe in the pocket. That's why they call it a pocket. But his pocket is ripped.
Dangerous.
You know what I'm saying? Like, his pocket is open.
No old lineman, it hurts.
Definitely, but you know what hurts on top of that is when you're only 5'10", 185. When you got defensive linemen that are more than doubling your weight falling on you, you ain't lasting long. I don't care who you are. I don't care how tough you are. Unless you Wolverine and your bones is made of whatever that metal was, you ain't surviving, G. You're not. Well, your career's not surviving. I don't mean it like, you know, life or death. But let's get into these picks here. We at 120.
I already got on my type. I got mine typed out right now as we speak.
He said he got them typed out.
Yes, sir.
What you got for that Bucks Bills game tomorrow?
Bucks Bills. I got Bills by a nice 6-piece.
Bills 6, okay.
By a 6-piece.
I like the Bucks by a good 7-piece.
Ooh.
7-piece on?
See, I think that they upset that they took that L to the Pats. I do see them coming on a little stronger than they normally would, and while the Bucks have been doing decent, they still an NFC team.
I think
I'm going.
Baker outplays him.
You think Baker outplays Josh? Isn't that interesting that we've come so far to where that statement can be made? Motherfuckers was hating on Baker. And now we at a point where we saying we think Baker outplays, well, not we, but CT thinks Baker outplays Josh.
I think he got some good weapons.
He does. He has the best weapons.
I got Baker. You know, I got Baker on the squad. That's my third QB, baby.
Yeah, he does. He has the best weapons he's ever had. But I'm going Bills 13. Oh, and CT won last week.
I should have never announced his weak ass picks.
Yep, CT won last week. So technically, he's in the lead because, well, no, he's not. I lied.
Yep.
I lied. I'm still up. I got three weeks solo wins. CT has
a tie and a win.
CT has a tie and 2 wins.
2 wins.
Yeah. So you're behind me by a half a game, I guess you could say. or half a week.
Half a,
I don't know how we do that.
What other win did what other?
You got week 4, you tied with Q and Malk, and then you won 6 and 7 back to back.
Yeah.
And I won week 1, week 3, week 5.
Is it the one I text about?
Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
was that it?
Yeah, that's the one where I said your hit the showers and your picks for you. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And that motherfucker won. That's some bullshit.
Sure did.
Weak ass.
All right, next game.
Bag.
This one's a little interesting.
No, tell me how the rundown go on the wins. Like, what was the? You normally say.
Like the record, like the.
You had the spread on the Jags Saints with the Jags by 7. We all had Jags. But you got the Browns Colts. You got that one. Me and Mark both had Colts. And you got the Falcons over the Bucks.
Okay.
And then the Ravens over the Lions. So you have 4. Me and Mark had 2 that week.
Damn, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking win against the Patriots. I'm shitty. The week I go against them, they get
that's crazy. Yeah.
Gotta get them again this week. Let's go. 3-P. Let's go for the.
Well, shit. Next game, Jets Giants.
What's my chart say? I got the Jets by a 6-piece on that.
Man, if Tyrod Taylor play.
Yeah, man, he been doing.
Man, and I got the Giants by 10.
Man, that Jets deep. You seen what the Jets did to my Eagles? Y'all serious right now?
Each week is different, but I'm telling you,
And
I'm just saying that
I'm bet on my Eagles too.
I'm gonna bet on my Eagles to beat the Jets.
And Saquon back, so yeah, they should be.
Jalen High ain't doing shit. I just released him the other week.
I still don't got faith in Zach Wilson.
That's because they don't be targeting like that. But he been coming up.
Ain't doing shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm really questioning. With Tyrod, I think I'm going Giants 6.
Me too.
Oh, me too movement.
Danny Jones plays different.
Right. Damn. Eagles Commanders next game.
You already know that's Eagles by at least 17. At least 17.
Y'all struggled with them last time. Only won by 3 in OT.
That was week 4, Cliff. What week we on now?
Okay.
We don't talk about the past. We talk about the right now. And right now we just beat the Dolphins by 14. And look at the changes we've had even since that last game. Like you said, the safety we just got. You know what I mean?
But he ain't gonna
we probably made a. What you mean? Just play defense. Was cover 2.
Crazy.
Play cover 2. Play cover right. What you mean? Hey, we're doing cover. All right, bet I'm right here. All right. It's defense is easier to adapt rather than offense.
It's gonna take a few weeks before he catches rhythm in there.
No. Pick up right where
because James Bradbury came right in from the Giants last year or the year before and adjusted right away. Cliff, these aren't just your average play. These are like the top tier. These are like the top of the top in the league right now. So their adjustment time is probably different. You know what I mean?
And
could be wrong.
He's in Philly. He's back at home.
Yeah, they did say they've been doing that a lot. Niggas be from Philly and they keep bringing them there. DeAndre Swift, him.
Niggas is hungry to play at the crib.
I ain't mad at that. But yeah, I got them by 17 piece. Got faith in my squad.
Eagles 7.
That's disrespectful, man. You seen the Commanders just get smacked last week, but who was it? That's when I told you the lineman came out and said, it's fucking 7 years, same shit. I'm tired of fucking losing. Jonathan Allen, man. Fucking tired of shit. That nigga went off, bro. Like, oh, man. I said that's gonna be interesting practice that week.
Yeah, Philly
Eagles
by
7.
17 Philly.
Mm-hmm. Smart man,
Julio-
CT.
Julio
Julio caught a cat. Yeah, he ain't getting him warmed up. But that's what I'm saying. So that's two players from the Eagles. Hold on, that's what I was trying to say real quick, Cliff, earlier. I don't know what's wrong with teams. It's not just the Titans. Lions gave us DeAndre Swift and Darius Slay Jr. Keep in mind, okay,
Right.
they came from the Lions, and then the Titans, yeah, AJ
But
Brown.
that's also a AFC trade. That makes sense because they away, like they away from you.
it
But
don't even matter. You want to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
You don't want to go stack
Right.
a team.
Right, like the Chiefs aren't going to be like, oh, well, they're in the
But
NFC.
Detroit-
That gives you
that's
no
that's
hope.
the thing though. Detroit knows. Well, now I would say that like Mike said, the window's closed. But before, Detroit was much further from a Super Bowl than Tennessee was.
For sure.
They just now starting to get the this is possible feeling now. I would say last year, probably mid-season last year, you saw them catch a decent vibe.
Yeah, they would always lose on like a field goal at the end of the game or something, you know.
And you gotta think, yeah, we can give DeAndre Swift and Darius Slay to the Eagles, but the only way we have to see them when it counts is if we make it to the Super Bowl. And right now, under Kansas City's reign and all these other teams that's been showing out, we haven't even been in the playoffs like that.
But you losing him don't make your defense better.
No,
Yeah, you're
what
not.
you do,
Either
but
way,
what
you're
you-
not getting better.
But see,
You're not
here's the
getting
thing:
better
it's chess, not checkers. If I know that I have a closed window currently because of the other teams that are out, then what I'm gonna do is get rid of the players that I know are currently decent, but I can't use because we're never gonna be good enough to get there to get picks for when we see ourselves projectively being in that arena. And that's what we're seeing currently play out. Are those picks are coming back, and it's getting Detroit closer and closer to the playoffs. But before, when we didn't have a shot at them, we might as well get rid of these players because what they're just here, we wasted them.
I mean,
I wouldn't say waste,
But it is at the end of the day. How many players have been in the league that have been dogs on teams that never got shots?
oh well, I mean, yeah.
Dogs on teams though, but the team isn't good enough for us to make nothing happen. So after a while, what happens is the coach has to say, we got to get rid of him before he turns 31 like Kevin Byard and get the maximum that we can get back out of this player. So by the time we do get in a position to compete for a championship, we have live active players on our team. You got to sacrifice sometimes.
I mean, that's all a risk,
throw
you
the
know.
season away, yeah, like
Right. That's all a risk. That
Still-
depends
still-
on the risk taker.
It's a lot of teams that throw seasons away, though. For less, too, mind you.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
But, you said what?
Contender team. Just throw them to a Super Bowl contender team that only went to the Super Bowl last year. Like, I don't know. That's crazy to me.
I mean, but the Eagles needed one.
That's what I'm saying. Get what they needed.
Well, no, what they needed one, so that's the thing. If I got one, and I know I can't do nothing with them, I gotta give them to the team that needs them the most because I'm gonna get the most back in
Out of
return.
them.
Right?
Oh no! But that's what I'm trying to tell you, Cliff. If you look at the trades we've done for the AJ Browns, the Swiss, all these
Yeah.
guys we talk about, bro, we gave up little to nothing.
I know.
We're
you don't
not
even
giving
know
up
if
nothing
those draft picks are
major.
gonna work out.
Cliff, we're giving out anywhere from a third through a 6th round pick. Maybe I think maybe one of the highest was maybe a second. That might have been for AJ or somebody.
Yeah,
But it's nothing crazy.
Tennessee is wild. Tennessee
It's
is
nothing
wild
crazy.
because y'all are in the same division, and like you said, you're giving motherfuckers up for nothing.
Well,
Yes.
no, we're in the same division as we're the same conference as the Lions and different conference as the Titans. Remember, Titans are in the AFC.
Right.
Remember?
I've been reversing them.
No, you're good. You're
not in
good.
the same conference as the
No,
Lions.
not the Lions. The Lions are AFC.
No, we are. The Eagles and the Lions are in the same conference. ET, they're
Oh,
NFC.
Eagles. I thought you.
Yeah. No, because that's what you're talking about, right, Cliff? Talking about
Yeah,
the
I always-
the Eagles. No, you good. Yeah, the Titans are in the AFC, obviously. Eagles and
I
the
thought you were
Lions are
talking
in the
about the
NFC.
Titans.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
no.
always reverse those two.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Titans AFC, yeah, with the Colts and
Right.
I'm still not
Yeah.
trying to help nobody get better, no matter how bad my team is.
exactly.
That's just me.
Pro Bowl player, not just
Cliff, that's like
I mean, you
our
got
flag.
to.
That's like our flag football team, Cliff. That's like saying, well, we ain't
Well,
winning shit.
No, it's not at
So
all
we'll let them-
because it's money involved. There's
True.
money involved with this, so it's not at all the same. The thing is, right now, I need my maximum return, my return on investment. I made this pick. Right now, our squad is in no shape or form to compete for even a playoff spot, let alone a Super Bowl. It would make more sense for me to get the return on investment by giving up these great
we don't even
players.
know that yet. The
What do you
Titans ain't
mean?
gonna play. They're not competing for a spot right now.
The Titans?
Yeah.
No, not the Titans.
How many wins they got? Like 3.
And especially now that I'm back on track and knowing they in the AFC.
Mm.
In the Colts division with the Jags in them.
Listen, they can make it. They can make it to the playoffs all they want, but we seen the Jags step up.
Titans are
last
2
year.
and 4. Titans are 2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Texans are 3 and 3. Colts are 3 and 4. And who's the other? Jags are 5 and 2.
You
so.
can make it to the playoffs all you want. Who you beating? Who you
Right.
beating? Who's the Titans beating? Any
First
team.
round out.
Buffalo, Miami, Kansas City. Who they beating? Who the Titans beating? They struggling. They'll struggle with the Chargers right now. So if you don't have a shot, it would make the most sense to get rid of these players on my squad that chances aren't going to be available for me at the same rate or pace when we do have a shot at the Super Bowl. I'd much rather get those 2026 draft picks because our projections are that we will improve by 2026. So let's bring on some players that can assist as opposed to wasting talent here when we could have got something back for it. I need my return on investment. I don't give a fuck who wins the Super Bowl if I know I'm not. You know, it's not like they say, well, shit, the Chiefs was your rival, so since they won the championship, looks like you losing out on some money too, since you're right. Doesn't work that way.
Right.
So y'all can win. Go ahead. We ain't going to. But I do need all the pieces that I'm going to need for when we make our strike.
I mean.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that makes more sense though now thinking from the Titans in the AFC because I don't need as much back. That's still a dumb trade, but I don't need as much as if we were in the same conference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we're in the same conference now, I know I need more. You want DeAndre Swift and Darius Slay, I need more.
Right.
But for
Not
somebody
enough.
completely across the street, we don't gotta worry about y'all to the Super Bowl anyway. Y'all can have it. Just give us, we'll get some good picks with that.
All right. Build around it.
And think about multiples. They got in this Kevin Byard trade, they got what? 3 draft picks and what's the name? What's the dude's name? DB?
Emmett.
Who?
Nah.
Talking about who? Who we talking about?
For the Kevin Byard trade.
It's, yeah, so I'm saying it wasn't shit. It wasn't no. That's what I mean. It's not. And the Eagles are so good. You know, I'm not just saying to say that like their picks aren't gonna be. You know what I mean? Like worthy draft picks. Like they didn't have no top picks. Like let me see, Kevin Byard trade.
So Terrell Edmonds plus 24.
Yeah, Terrell Edmonds was trash. He was getting burnt.
6.
He was getting burnt every week. I was glad when I seen his name as a part of it. That's what I'm saying. We got to steal. They gave away Terrell Edmonds in a 5th and 6th round pick.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was 3.
That's a steal, man.
That's a steal.
Before Black Friday.
Right. You know, for real. They don't make sense. I mean, whether you're in the same conference or not, it don't make sense why
And
you're
why
you're tanking.
You just gave him another hungry, non-ringless dude. Like,
I mean, you do got what's his name, Will Levis,
Yeah.
and they got Malik Willis too.
I mean, but what's either one of them niggas supposed? I mean, Will Levis ain't got a true shot yet.
I'm thinking from a standpoint of what would you be tanking for exactly.
Oh right, yeah.
I mean, you definitely need a wide receiver because DeAndre Hopkins is your number one, and we know he's not anything consistent. But you don't really tank for receivers, though. Who tanks for receivers?
The Lions used to.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see why it would be logical to tank for a receiver. The draft is flooded with receivers every year. That's one thing you can guarantee is that receivers will be in the draft.
Oh yeah, they're there.
So why would I tank for a receiver? Now a quarterback, of course, but you got what 2 lottery pick quarterbacks within the past 3 years.
Yeah, and that shit don't pan out. Shit.
And we know Tannehill's on the way out.
Yeah, he's not going to be there much longer. I don't know if he's going to be in the NFL like that much longer at this time.
So what are we tanking for? Is my question. Like, what is your goal?
That's what I mean. Exactly. What's the end? That's what I mean. You just giving away pieces. We don't even know what the why is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know there. I really can't. Yeah. But yeah, back to these picks. Pats, Dolphins. Let me hear what you got, CT. Because I know you.
You know we back, baby. You know what I'm saying? We finna start taking off, stacking them up. Pats 10. Pats 10 with a win. Gotta get it
in. Pats 10. Like I said, I don't care if River Craycraft take Tyreek Hill's spot.
Oh no, they not like
I'm going Dolphins 10.
I got Dolphins 14 piece. Tyreek Hill and Waddle finna have a field day.
I like it.
And who gonna stop Mostert? I think he's gonna kick it back in gear this week.
Yeah. He look a little injured too, so.
And A-Chan still banged up. He ain't coming back no time soon.
We ready.
That is tough.
We ready.
That is tough. Ravens, Cardinals.
Ravens by 14. Cardinals is trash.
I'm going. Wait, what was you about to say, CT?
I think they're game in town too. I'm about to go see Lamar perform. Ravens by 20.
Ravens 20. I'm going Ravens, but what am I going? This one by 32 against the Lions. We'll see if Lamar's really CT's MVP.
Oh, he is. He just ain't the rest of ours.
Right. Yeah, right.
You know?
Right. I'll go with Ravens. I'm going Ravens 24.
Sounds like an MVP performance.
Hell
yeah, I mean,
no.
it's the Cardinals. They ranked 20 defense in the league.
Don't matter who it is.
Raiders Lions.
Oh yeah, I got that lined up. Lions by a 10-piece.
I'm going Lions 17.
Dang.
Just win, baby.
13.
Lions 13. And the last one, I just threw this in there. Saints Colts.
Yep, I already got that ran up, and I got the Saints by a 3-piece. No Anthony Richardson. Gardner Minshew's going to struggle with that Cam Jordan and Saints defense.
Shit, Joshua Downs got put up, 30 last week?
But he ain't played that Saints defense.
Derek Carr, too.
No, Carr ain't. Carr is playing, but Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara. Y'all forgot about that man, Alvin Kamara. That boy been getting in his bag the past couple weeks, man.
For sure.
Stop.
I'm going Saints 10.
Chris Olave, Mr. Speed Racer, the Ohio State, literally Speed Racer.
That's a legend.
They said 50 and a 30. I believe it. After, what's his name did it?
Nigga was late for practice.
Right. That's what I mean. Niggas don't tell the full story because I do that shit. And it's probably because I'm trying to get somewhere. Not saying it's right.
That's what the story was?
No, well, I don't know what the story was.
Yeah, I was just saying.
But that makes sense. Like, I mean, I'm going to give a nigga good intent. Like, nigga was trying to get somewhere. Not saying it was right, but he was, wasn't just evil Knievel. He could have been. I don't know.
50 and a 30. Who has 30?
Las Vegas, nigga. Well, shit. Not Las Vegas. Well, he's on the Saints. Yeah, I don't know. New Orleans.
I'm just saying, I've never really come across anywhere with a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit. Like,
let me see if it might have been
25, 35.
It might have been 60. Let me see. It might have been 60. Chris Olave. Chris Olave. So he. Okay. Reckless driving. What's the miles per hour?
Reckless is 20 over.
Man. So he. Oh, shit. He was going 70 and a 35.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's reckless, G. That's reckless, G. 70 and a 35. Boy, that's a rural area probably or something. Or something. I don't know. Something. Oh, it was in a mixed business / residential area. According to the Kenner Police Department.
What's mixed business?
Right. What does that mean? I'm about to Google it.
A whole bunch of mulatto businesses. No, I'm just playing.
What does mixed business mean? And why would someone even put that? You know what I mean? Wait, like mixed. Okay, learn something new every day. Mixed business means a shop trading principally in groceries, small goods, and associated small items, having a gross floor area of not more than 150 square meters.
That nigga was speeding out of a Walmart.
Like, what the fuck?
I think he was trying to make it home for his ice cream melted. I don't know what the fuck. What's the reason? Olave?
Might have been hype off that Ohio State Penn State game. Might have been out celebrating.
That nigga wasn't celebrating shit.
At least he wasn't drunk or nothing.
Right, allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Well, who we got hitting them? And we out this bitch.
I got mine, but if you already got. Oh shit! Y'all already got yours, or you don't? Why the fuck is it playing music in my ear? God damn.
Nah, I have mine, but I didn't write it down. I gotta try to remember who I had.
Mine was a clear go ahead once I seen the breaking news. I think it was this morning. Hit the showers, motherfucking Dwight Howard.
Ignorant as fuck, man.
Oh shit, man! Y'all seen this?
I know what
video,
you're talking
right?
about. I didn't click on none of it. I saw the title of the video. Then I saw that Cameron and Mace was clowning him on their podcast. But nah, I haven't. Nah, I'm not aware.
That's a good one.
I mean, it's allegedly, but they say he's.
I thought he admitted it.
So he said it was consensual. So he admitted to a man was dressed up as a woman named Winnie that he didn't tell the other dude was coming over. I'm not gonna get too graphic, but they said he performed something on the guy that said it wasn't consensual orally, and it was forced into it allegedly. And so the guy's suing for different things because he said I didn't want to have this go down. You did this without my consent, and you had somebody else there that I didn't know was going to be there. And I guess he has the text messages allegedly. The guy, the claimant, whatever he wants to say. A lot of proof that. And Dwight Howard again, he admits to all of the things. He just says it was consensual. Either way.
So wait, who was forced? And I don't even like asking. But who was forcing what?
So all right, so you got, let's just say, Joe Schmo, Dwight Howard, and Winnie, who is a man dressed as a woman in lingerie.
Right.
Joe Schmo is saying he was being held down against his will by Dwight Howard, and oral performance was performed on him without his consent, Joe Schmo's consent.
Wait, so Winnie performed the oral?
No. Winnie was in the background ready to pounce on whoever, whenever, however. You know what I mean?
Were you there?
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just in my, in my own theory, Winnie was hanging out because she was a surprise.
So
what happened.
Basically, what you're saying is Dwight Howard is out here
sucking dick,
motherfuckers.
He's out here sucking dick unconsensually, allegedly.
He always did some suspect stuff.
I just can't believe it just because of the back in the day how prominent he was as far as.
What did that mean though?
It don't. I guess I didn't see it from originally I didn't see it from a Dwight Howard. It just took me by some. Do what you do. It just took me.
Well, Dwight Howard had came out, and I think it was on the Breakfast Club or something, and this was like 4 or 5 years ago, where they was alleged. Well, they were talking about if he was bi or because you remember he came out and he didn't come out, but it came out that he was bi and he was fucking with the transgenders and all that.
The drivers, somebody.
He said it himself, like. He didn't admit to anything. He was just like, I keep my sexual activity private type shit. And that for a lot of motherfuckers was like, gotcha, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I mean, to me, do what you do, right? Do whatever the fuck you do. And Joe Schmo, I don't know what you were doing over there.
I guess Joe Schmo was under the impression it might have been a one-on-one situation,
it don't matter what kind of one-on-one. You in the motherfucking room with a 7-foot.
I guess, and that's what scares me too. That's what scares me too. I think that's what pisses me off is if a motherfucker of that stature allegedly did this to you. Allegedly, because he said allegedly the guy Joe Schmo said he was held down against his will.
So it sounds like he was there to get his dick sucked the whole time. He was just mad somebody else was watching.
Somebody else was there. Yeah.
Well, hold on. Okay, it gets a little bit more graphic. I forgot another.
Oh no, I don't want graphics. Let's keep
they said I'll give the general. The Joe Schmo's alleging that then Dwight Howard began sexual activities with Winnie in front of him, and he had to watch, he had to see it or some shit. I don't know, but that was part of the story.
Yeah, he
That
got
was
to
Joe.
hit him for sure.
That was Joe Schmo's story, and he said he got text message. And again, Dwight Howard. This is the fucked up part. Dwight Howard's not saying none of this isn't true. He's just saying it was all allegedly consensual.
I'm just saying, I'm sure if Dwight Howard wanted to hold a motherfucker down and suck a dick, it would happen. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
That's what's scary. That's what I was getting at. That's fucking scary. That's fucking scary.
Nigga,
That's fucking scary.
you better keep your thing on you. You
Right.
better keep your thing
Right.
on you.
I'm not.
Keep a little knife in your pocket, something.
This ain't fucking Friday After Next, Cat Williams and Terry Crews,
He
motherfucker.
said, I am a boy.
Boy, David.
Listen, I'm just saying, you don't. Why would you do that? Like, I knew you wasn't going over there to see his championship ring.
Right.
You feel what I'm
knew-
saying? So,
you had intent as well. You had
right.
intent as
So
well.
I mean, I don't mean that like to what do you call it? Like victim shame or whatever.
Right.
But it seems to me like you went over there with a specific idea of what was going down. The only thing that was different was somebody else was on site at location. No, I'm not saying even if you came there to get your dick sucked, you should have to do it with the 50-inch hand on your chest. I'm not saying that at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just,
Hey, nigga, sit still.
you know, listen, I don't give a fuck. It's broken fingers. I'm gouging eyes. You got me fucked
You
up,
gonna have to kill me.
man. Right, you gonna have to suck a dick and get back,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
right.
Cause I'm about to show out. I'm crashing the fuck out. And not only am I crashing the fuck out, but if I somehow manage to get up to my own 2 feet, I'm stealing shit. I'm taking shit with me, and I bet you don't say shit about it, because you already know what's gonna happen.
Motherfucker, I'm robbing your dildos. Enough for Dwight Howard probably got some weird shit in there.
Nah, we ain't opening no bedside tables.
Right.
But I'm
Man.
taking this and this and this. And I'm out.
I don't know if I want to touch it, Cliff. I don't know what's been on it. You know what I mean? Who's been doing
Listen,
what with it?
listen, I'm taking something with me.
Well,
Because you can't just come out and be like, Dwight Howard held me down, and
you gotta do something.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't just come out.
from that nigga.
You know, I can't come out and sue and expect to get like it settled.
Your trophy or so.
So I need something that's gonna pay me out for my settlement.
The Lakers ring, CT. He tried to suck my dick faster with a Lakers ring.
Listen, what's gonna pay me out for my settlement without having to come out and settle?
Oh, I'm dying.
Some with his name on it.
I'm sure his wife didn't want to know he got held down and got his dick sucked.
Oh, man.
How we know he's married to a woman? He might be truly.
I mean, it's a lot of them nowadays
He's
that.
not. He just got a couple. I think he got a kid. That's it. Like, he don't
Oh,
marry
shit.
somebody.
You talking about Dwight? I'm talking about Joe.
Joe Schmo, yeah, that's what I'm saying. How we know Joe Schmo married to
He was
somebody
married.
or a woman?
He was
Yeah,
married.
because I kind of do question why you. I mean, if you got raped allegedly, you know that's not cool. I get all that, yada yada yada. But I kind of wonder what his motive was, Joe Schmo. Like, if you come out and accuse him of this, like, what are you besides money? Like, did you get caught? Like you said, did you get caught up in something, and now you got to? Oh, I gotta come forward and tell,
Right.
like the real sweat. Like what? What else is
That's
it?
why you better just steal something out of his house. Like, listen, I'm taking this with me. It's best you keep your motherfucking mouth shut, and mine will be too, unless you come after what I stole. Then I guess I gotta come out as a download. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But Joe Schmo came out and said that he was just, like emotionally hurt from it all, traumatized, if you will.
I mean, he still got a handprint on his chest. That's crazy. That's some crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. It's just, and that's why I say hit the showers. It's just wild. Whether it was consensual or not, and the young business, that shit is just wild. And Nigga, you supposed to be a basketball player. I don't know. Not to say that there aren't. I'm just like, bruh. How are you so messy, Dwight Howard? I guess why I'm also like hit the showers. Why does your shit keep leaking out like this? You know what I mean? You're not doing it through whatever you're doing. You ain't doing it the way you're supposed to. I guess I don't know.
That nigga may need to stay away from the showers.
Okay.
Getting all the showers. That's crazy, dude. Funny. Mine go to the Lakers, man. We supposed to roll in the Nuggets ring ceremony. They got Bron on minutes restricted. I didn't know that, but yeah.
Was he hurt? He hurt?
No, I guess they just trying to ease him back in. Minutes restriction. He looked good too. That's why I was like, why y'all taking him out? He's making a comeback.
But LeBron, no, he gonna look like that regardless.
That's why I was hoping they wasn't.
He gonna look like that regardless of being hurt or not. He one of them motherfuckers that even if he play on injury, he play full go. Like he ain't really
like 40 minutes. He ain't play. I think he only played like 20 something.
That's probably smart at the beginning of the season. You don't want to, get your return on investment. Don't ruin it early.
And AD didn't even score the whole second half.
I did hear something about that.
Man.
But
that shit was awful.
Who's my hit the showers?
Tennessee Titans for being on that dumb shit.
Braden Wade, Pro Bowl player to the team full of Pro Bowl players.
Who the fuck was mine beforehand?
The Raiders.
I mean, I'm not gonna say the Raiders. I'll say Al Davis or Mark Davis.
He said the dead. He said right. Damn, my nigga in the grave.
Yeah, I'll say Davis. I'll say Al and Mark. Both
to
y'all motherfuckers.
To the alive and the ones that
Listen, both y'all motherfuckers hit them. You hit them in the dirt, motherfucker. Turn the sprinklers on.
Damn. Well.
Turn the sprinklers on Al. Goddamn, hit them showers. These niggas is. And then what you call yourself doing? You just go out and get all these players to do what?
Right. That's what I'm saying, man. Like
hit them sprinklers, shower heads. Hit them hoes. Shit, I ain't got nothing else. We done talked about the white sucking dick and everything.
Oh shit!
God damn.
We love everybody. Everybody
gets love. But
everybody gets love.
You put a hand on my chest and just don't expect to be pulling it back without a nub.
Anybody trying to suck one?
Fuck.
The fuck? You said I want the Rookie of the Year trophy.
I think something that's gonna pay itself out the motherfucker. But like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell that nigga to troll. We'll catch y'all.
Just tell that nigga that don't suck a dick. God damn.
Or we taking all 3 defensive year the trophy.
You shouldn't have to tell him. We out.
Run out of his crib with all the